In the heart of a dusty Wild West town, where wooden buildings groaned under the weight of long-kept secrets, she sat on the execution platform with her hands bound and her spirit nearly broken, her torn dress stained by the road that had carried her to this moment, while the rope above her swayed gently in the warm wind like time itself waiting to pass judgment. The town had called her a liar, a thief, and worse, believing rumors louder than truth, and now their eyes watched in silence as the rancher stepped forward, kneeling before her so they were face to face, close enough for her to see the conflict burning behind his steady gaze, for he was the only one who had listened when no one else would, the only one who had searched beyond whispers and fear. She lifted her tear-filled eyes to him, sadness etched into every breath, believing even he had come too late, but in his hands was the letter that carried the truth, proof buried by greed and hatred, proof that the crime she was accused of had been committed by men who now stood hidden among the crowd. The rancher's voice did not shake as he began to read, though his heart did, each word cutting through the silence like light breaking through a storm, and one by one the faces in the crowd changed from certainty to doubt, from anger to shame, as the story unfolded of how she had been framed because she refused to surrender her land, how lies had grown bold when met with silence. She listened, barely daring to hope, as the rope above her seemed to lose its power, and when the final words were spoken, the truth stood undeniable in the open air, the sheriff lowered his head, the crowd stepped back, and the rancher rose, freeing her hands and helping her to stand, not as a condemned woman but as one finally seen. Tears fell freely now, not from fear but from release, as she faced the town that had nearly destroyed her, and though forgiveness would take time, justice had arrived at last. As the sun dipped low, casting golden light across the platform, the rancher and the girl stood together, not as hero and victim, but as two souls who had endured the cruelty of silence and survived, proving that even in the harshest places, truth spoken at the final moment still has the power to change fate.